So, what's true happiness?
Before we talk about that, what is happiness? Scientifically, happiness is merely the result of a chemical reaction where a few neurons appear and do certain things.
These neurons include dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, endocannabinoids, and GABA.
This explains why certain drugs can cause happiness. For example, cocaine. This drug allows an increased flow of dopamine to be led to your membrane. This allows you to have higher rates of excitement, boosted happiness, until you don't. Now back to the question, what is true happiness?
Aristotle, one of the greatest philosophers of all time. His understanding of happiness was a term called eudaimonia, the Greek word for welfare or blessed. Aristotle used a metaphor of an acorn to explain his theory. In quotes, each human is bred with a unique set of potentials that yearn to be fulfilled as surely as the acorn yearns to become an oak. By showing that an acorn has a potential to become an oak tree, Aristotle is pointing out that becoming an oak tree is the only prominent potential for an acorn because it cannot be anything else, such as a human or dog. Thus, according to Aristotle, attempts to become an oak tree will lead it to happiness, and if its wishes to become something else, it will merely lead to sadness and suffering. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis and the creator of many popular psychology theories till this day. He specialized in emotional and mental support. He was a professional on neurology about your brain, but not much else. One of the many theories on happiness Freud has can be summarized as the embracing of non-suffering. In quotes, since so much of our lives are composed from certain suffering and agony, a great deal of our happiness is typically obtained from the relief of our own suffering. He categorized this into three sections. A. Deflections from suffering, such as work and intellectual activity, which keeps us preoccupied from the weight of our misery. B. Finding substitutive satisfactions characterized by the pleasure we seek from art and entertainment. C. Involvement of intoxication of substances that render us insensitive to pain and misery, such as drugs and painkillers. Another theory the Freud has against happiness is the absence of unhappiness. In quotes, a long period of time with the absence of unhappiness will lead to the flourish of happiness. The possible unhappiness to the three principal sources are physical disabilities or infirmities, B. Natural calamities, and C. Our relationships with other human beings. Lastly, I will be giving my perspective on happiness. I think that happiness is the appreciation of everything around you, similar to the philosophy of memento mori. Now hear me out before you go, lol, XD, cringe. I truly do believe that realizing how beautiful certain things are, it allows you to mitigate the feelings of anxiety, uncertainty, and self-hate to pave an easier pathway for happiness. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to punch that like button, ring that bell, and smash that subscribe button. Oh, and before I forget, today's video was sponsored by NordVPN. Lose all your information today. NordVPN.